it's been a while since I've been excited about going somewhere. And when I got in contact with Jekill and Hyde, who make these very spectacular exhaust pipes, we chatted for a while and they said, look, instead of just sending one over and fitting it to the bike, why don't you come over to the factory and have a look and see what we actually do? So the exciting part of it was to come here and have a look at the Jekill and Hyde factory. I was almost blown away when we first arrived at the size of this factory. It is an enormous place. There must be 3 or 4 huge buildings that take all the people who work here, and it's a business that has grown quite exponentially over the years. So the factory of Jekill and Hyde, it's a little bit like, you know, the Apple store. There's this one of these fantastic, beautifully made pieces of art, and you go through the factory and you see every different stage of how they make it, and then eventually it's packaged beautifully. Each exhaust has its own unique number that sits with it. So when you receive your package of your exhaust, you get a little credit card with the number on it. You have a QR code which you can have, and it pops up and tells you that this exhaust is European legal and European standard. Its own little passport, and this one's mine. And as you go through the factory, and everything is made here in Holland, or at least within a 400-mile radius, but the attention to detail when you go through the factory and the people who are working here and the care that everybody is taking to make this exhaust pipe. So when you see a Jekill and Hyde exhaust pipe on a motorbike, you can cast back and you can think about how much love and attention has been made to this motorcycle. It really is an extraordinary exhaust system. So one of the really cool things about this exhaust is the ability to be able to turn up the sound, and so, like for instance, if you're leaving early in the morning to go on a Sunday run or go to work early, you can turn the motorbike on so it's nice and quiet. And then once you get going and you go past a neighbor you don't like or the police station, you can press the button and you can open the valve, and it's a little bit noisier. But what's really nice about it is that all of that, both levels of sound, comply to EU standard. So the bike is completely legal. And so I suppose you're wondering why I'm talking about an exhaust pipe that's just been fitted to my motorbike and the bike is absolutely filthy. And that's because the second we put it on, we went straight out the doors, straight up to the sandpit to have a little bit of a play, so I could get a feeling of what the bike sounds like when it's in anger. And I have to say thank you so much to everybody at Jekill and Hyde for looking after us so well. I suppose to sum up my feelings about this exhaust, I wasn't 100% sure about what to expect. I wasn't in anywhere near expecting such an incredible organisation, and the care and due diligence and love that is put into every single exhaust system is amazing. But the proof is in the pudding, isn't it? So when you wheel it out of this room that we fitted the bike, you think, well, what is it going to sound like? Anyway, you turn it on, and of course the valve is closed, and then you have a little button just here, the play button, the fun button, and you sit there and you're letting it tick over, warm up, and then you press the button and it goes from this to this wah 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 kind of noise. they're just so much better. And it completely changes the atmosphere of the bike. So is it worth putting a Jekyll and Hyde on? I think so.